This first of 2 audios is brought to you by BigAlBooks.com. Subscribe to our free tips, reports, and newsletters at BigAlBooks.com.
Hi, Tom Big Al Schreider here. The following is a live recording from a workshop I did in Dallas with Jerry DeRino Clark.
So this is a unique group of people, isn't it? These are people with no lives that take Valentine's Day off. Well, let's get started with, I bet everybody came here to kind of learn the inside deal, how things really work. Yep. And if you want to learn how things really work, you're probably going to have to give up how you think things work right now. Because if you continue to think and do the stuff you're doing right now, what's the eventual results? Did anybody come here to have similar results? Probably not. So let's take a look how things are. How many people here sell some nutritional products? All right, how many people here sell some services like utilities, electricity? How many people here sell some skincare? How many people here don't know what you sell? Well, I'm going to give you an example, and you tell me if this is real life. You sell electricity. You come over to somebody's home, and you sit down with them. And do the people in that house want to pay more for their electricity or less? Less, okay. And would they like more money in their life or less money in their life? More. And you just happen to be there offering a plan where they can buy electricity for less. And you just happen to be there offering a plan where they can have more money in their life. And at the end of the presentation, they say, no. Let's review. They want to pay less for electricity? They want more money? You offer electricity for less and a chance to make money, and they say no. Does that strike anybody here as strange? But let's say you sell travel. And you're at their house, and would they like to travel the world more and pay less? Yeah. Want more money in their life? Yeah. You offer that they can travel the world more and pay less, and you offer more money, and at the end of the presentation they say no. Do people want more health in their life or less health? More money or less money? Anybody picking up a trend here? Yeah. We sit down and we talk to these people, and they make stupid, idiotic, poor choices. They're practically insane. How could they possibly think like this? Would you agree with me? Yeah. How many people here have went away saying, how could they think like this? And let me explain exactly how that works. They're not thinking. They are totally not thinking. So we do this great job. We explain every detail. We prove it to them. We have testimonials. We have endorsements from people we gave money to say good things about us. We have everything. And they say no. And do you think this happens to your distributors that are home today? Absolutely. So would you like to know why that happens? So what we're going to do is jump over to skill number 17. How many people here have been to the workshop where we taught super closing? Okay, so so my popularity is underwhelming. Got it. In super closing, we teach a little bit about how the mind works. And the battlefield is what? 6 inches between the ears or 7 inches between the ears if you're thick-skulled. But that's where the battlefield is. So let me define 2 terms, and then I'll show you something that's pretty weird. How many people here are familiar with the conscious mind? The conscious mind is the one you're thinking with right now. It's the smart one. It's the intelligent one. It thinks things out. You observe the world. You interact with the world. How many people here have a conscious mind? All right, we're all using it, aren't we? Now, the conscious mind in our brains is roughly the size of a pea, like a green pea. Y'all have it? And that's the part we think with, interact, etc. Now, what's the other part of our mind called? Subconscious mind, unconscious mind. Let's say subconscious mind. Now, that's the part of the brain that kind of holds all of our memories. Maybe holds all our beliefs, things that we picked up in the past, all our programs we got from our school teachers and parents. Keeps track of a lot of our experiences, what happened. And it takes care of all of our bodily functions, time for the heart to beat again, all the automatic stuff we don't have to worry about. Oh, let's get rid of that cell there and kick up the immune system over here. Oh, time for the heart to beat again. Anyway, it's a pretty busy dude. Has lots of stuff to do. And the subconscious mind is roughly the size of this building. Now here's my question to you. What part of the mind do you think runs your life? For those of you that are not sure, let me review. Let me give you a hint. All right, here's the hint. P. Building. The subconscious mind runs your life. Totally runs it. You are on autopilot from the time you are born, roughly till the time you die. And if that offends you, it's going to get worse. But we are all on autopilot almost all the time. If you don't believe me, let's do a little test here. How many people here remember the last 3 exits before you got off the freeway? You realize you're driving down the freeway. Most people don't remember the last couple exits. They are on autopilot. So you're driving down the road, everybody coming towards you is on autopilot. Is that scary? You know what's scarier? Everybody going your way is on autopilot, including you. People are on autopilot because the subconscious mind runs their life. So the subconscious mind is huge, and here's what's most interesting. When we cover super closing, we explain and show the research how all decisions are made by the subconscious mind. The conscious mind has nothing to do with it. Now this is scary stuff. I don't mean to take anybody out of your comfort zone, but I'm going to show to you that the subconscious mind makes all the decisions and has nothing to do with the P. Now the subconscious mind, I should explain, is not the smart one. The P is the smart one. The subconscious mind is an idiot. It is as dumb as a brick. It makes terrible errors, poor judgment. It can't tell reality from something made up. It is a total mess, and it is so busy and overloaded, it operates on a whole bunch of little tiny side programs that are automatic. Totally automatic. And if you feel bad about being on autopilot, just remember this. Every one of your prospects are on autopilot. And they're going to operate automatically in almost a guaranteed way. And you know this to be true, and I'm going to give you a couple examples in a moment. But first, let me prove to you that the subconscious mind, the idiot, the one with poor judgment, the ones that makes decisions with inadequate information, the ones that makes up its mind even if there's no information to make up its mind upon, runs your life, and the P has nothing to do with it. Are you ready? Because if you get this, your life's going to change. So how many people here has ever been to a sad movie? You're at a sad movie, and Lassie, she's on her last leg. The hyenas have eaten the other 3. Little Timmy's crying, and you're watching Lassie die. Now your conscious mind, the P, the smart one, takes a look at that and says, you know what? That's not real. That's just made up. That's light pixels bouncing off a fluorescent screen on the front of the theater. And it's celluloid film going through the projector at 72 frames per second. It's fiction. It never happened. It was just an imaginary thing. It's a story. It's made up. It's not real. And your subconscious mind says, you're gonna... Yes, cry. Your subconscious mind says, Leslie's dying. The subconscious mind is so dumb, such an idiot, it can't tell light pixels showing up on a fluorescent screen from a real life experience. It is as dumb as a brick. It's an idiot. Makes poor decisions, poor judgment, but you are going to cry. But you are a strong-willed individual. You have a conscious mind that's going to overcome all this. And let's say you're a young lady there, you're on a date, and you're thinking, whoa, if I cry, my eye makeup will run. That would be a decision that would be detrimental to me. Not only that, my eyes will be puffy. That'll be worse. As a young lady on a date, she says, the P says, we're not going to cry because that would be a poor decision for me to do. What happens? She cries. The P has nothing to do with it. You take the P, put it in the hand like this, and subconscious mind goes, bing! How else would you explain that some people have trouble losing weight? Think about it. We know here's how you lose weight. You eat less and exercise more. That's not rocket science or rocket surgery either, right? But you think the subconscious mind has something to do with it? A lot. How many people now believe that your life is being run by the subconscious mind, the idiot, the dumb as a brick, the illogical, the one that makes stupid decisions that harm you? It's a gnarly mess up there. It's just ugly, isn't it? Yes. And there's, well, practically nothing you can do about it, and neither can the prospect. But once we understand this is how it works, then we know the rules of the game. But you might be thinking, I can will anything. I just think hard enough. So let's do a little experiment here. How many people here can draw an air 6 with your right hand? Or some of you the other right hand, okay. All right. Can you all do that? We willed it, right? Let's see if you can do something else here. How about move your right foot in a circle in a clockwise direction? You know clockwise, the way the clock goes? Can you do that? Now here's what I'm going to let you do. If you all pick up your foot a little bit off the ground, make a clockwise circle with your right foot, and then draw an air 6. How'd we do? Not too good. I mean, it's not physically impossible. Does your conscious mind run your life? I don't think so. But hey, maybe you're motivated. I bet if you focused your energy, set some goals, have the eye of a tiger, you have goals, you have focus, you're motivated, you chant affirmations, and you can just will that to happen. So everybody here, just close your eyes for a moment. Take your hands off your wallets. Y'all close your eyes for a moment? I just want you to visualize doing this. All got it? All right, now open your eyes and let's do it again. Make your foot go. So we're going to do the number 6. It still doesn't work, does it? What you have experienced is you can set goals till the cows come home. You can visualize. You can have the eye of the tiger. You can be motivated, and it ain't going to happen. Isn't that interesting? So my question to you is, how many people still believe your conscious mind runs your life? So if we're all on the same page, the subconscious mind is an idiot. It runs on automatic programs. It does things automatically. So if you put a certain stream of information in, it's going to react in a pretty predictable way on the way out without even thinking about it, because it's just automatic. And you can get the prospect to say just about anything you want once you realize that they are on autopilot. And you already know this to be true. So would you ready to do an experiment? Yes. Let's talk about real life. So you have a job in the mall Saturday morning, right about now. You're working as a minimum wage sales clerk at a clothing store. And it's about 10:35. Time for your break. So you walk over to your manager and you say this: hey, about 10:35 now, time for my break. I have a hot date down at the food court. I'll be back in about 20 minutes. And the manager says, sorry, you can't go, because somebody just walked into the shop. They might want to buy something. And you go, oh, this is terrible. I'm going to miss my hot date. So you're walking over to the person that came into the shop. And as you're walking over, you're thinking, what could I say? What could I do? Is there a certain sequence of words that I could say so this person's automatic subconscious mind would reply, oh no, I'm just looking. So I can go on my hot date. So as you're walking over there, you're thinking, what could I say? What could I do? What could I say to their automatic subconscious mind so they would automatically respond with, oh no, I'm just looking, so I can go on my hot date. So as we're approaching there, what words would you choose? May I help you? And when you say, may I help you, what is probably, if you're playing Family Feud, what's the number one thing they may come up with? Oh, no, I'm just looking. You run back to your manager and says, they're just looking, they're not buying anything. I'm out for my hot date. See you later. Interesting, isn't it? We know this to be true, so why don't we use it in our business? So are you ready? What I'm going to share with you today is a few what I call automatic sequences of words. And if you can learn some sequences of words, you're going to get some generally automatic responses from people. How many people here were at the workshop where we taught how to manipulate and control the minds of others for fun and profit? How can I be so unpopular? If the word manipulation bothers you, let me tell you why we say how to manipulate and control the minds of others for fun and profit. The reason we chose the word manipulate is that's exactly what we're going to do. We're not going to influence or anything like that. No, we're just going to reach inside their mind, flick some switches, kick it around, do anything we want. And if taking control of somebody's mind bothers you, just remember they're not using it and you can do a better job. And you don't have to be a guru. You don't have to levitate. You don't have to be able to do professional card tricks to do it. If you want to take control of somebody's mind, you can do it quickly and easily with a simple sequence of words. So if you're taking notes right now, just write down these 3 words, sequence of words. Once you start learning some of the sequences of words, everything changes. Now, I know a lot of you have been to BigAlReport.com. If you go there, there's 7 miniature reports where you can download on the sequences of words. So let's go to work and show you how these magical sequences work. There's hundreds of them in network marketing, and there's no secrets, thank goodness. Just a whole bunch of stuff we don't know when we start, just like driving a car. How many people here think you could learn or change a few sequences of words if it would change your business forever? Let me show you how easy it is to take control of somebody's mind. And if manipulation bothers you, I see some people are still wincing, let me point out that you manipulate people every time you come in contact with them, whether you are conscious of it or not. And if you don't believe that to be true, that you manipulate people even when you're not conscious, do this experiment. Tonight, get on 75 to go home, right? I'm going to ask you to do this little experiment. I'm going to ask you to just drive straight ahead, hold the wheel. Don't look in the side view mirror, rear view mirror, just drive straight ahead. And whenever you feel like it, change lanes. Will you manipulate the feelings of the people in the ditch behind you? Yeah, of course you will. And you're not even aware of their existence. So you manipulate people every time you come in contact with them. Why not take conscious control of that manipulation instead of it being some random weird event? Make sense? And so what we're going to do is learn how to manipulate information into the prospect's brain where they actually believe it. You are all saying good stuff now. You're all saying great stuff now, but it's not good enough. And good only gets you in second place. And it's all about what you say to the prospect. It's all about the sequences of words. It has nothing to do with your goal board, your visualization, how well you chant affirmations. I mean, how many people here saw The Secret, the movie? Wow, that's not much of a secret. But you know what I'm talking about, The Secret. You know, you're supposed to sit there and think positive things and magic and riches come to you. I think we have to be a little bit more proactive. I think that's the message in the movie, but it's lost somewhere around the popcorn part. Let me show you that it's about the things you say, and this is where you can take control and change your business. It's not about the prospect, it's about us. You see, people have all these stupid myths going on in their head. And I'll give you just a couple of stupid myths, see if you've ever heard these things, because you want to get rid of those, because, I mean, these things will hurt your business. How many people here have ever heard this myth? Just go out and get 100 no's. Well, that's just stupid, isn't it? I mean, if 3 no's hurt, why would you want 97 more? And the people that tell you this is because they don't know what to say. They say, well, I don't know what to say, so just go out and get 100 no's. You know, that's a bit. All right, how many people heard this kind of advice? Every no just gets you closer to yeah, you heard that one, yeah. No, it doesn't. Every no means you're incompetent. That's why they say no. I don't know what happens when we sign that application. All common sense leaves our brain. But the deal is, it's about what we say to the people we meet. Because one of the biggest myths, and I don't know if anybody here have ever heard this, is all you need to do to be successful is just go out and find some good people. Anybody hear that one before? That's not true. No, you've all found good people already. But you just ruined them by saying the wrong stuff. Because we've all done this when we first get started. We just say the wrong sequence of words and we ruin it. Now, let me prove to you, because I'll give you a little story. I always try to share this because you can use this with your downline and they will get it right away. Your downline is out there right now not talking to anybody because they're looking for that perfect prospect that's just being laid off of work, but with a long-term package of leads, so he's going to have a good income, so he can work a network marketing business on the side, and he always wanted to be entrepreneurial. He's sort of a salesman, has a big list of contacts, kind of a social person, wants to be getting together with them, and they're just looking for this perfect person, so they can go up to them and ruin them by saying the wrong words. And you know these people. You see them all the time. They're the ones that come to you and say this. Well, I talked to all my relatives and they said no. Come on. And I talked to all my friends and they said no. Help me find some strangers, some leads, some good prospects. Now, we're all leaders here, so let's tell them the truth. The truth is, we turn to them and say, you know, if your relatives and friends hated what you said, strangers ain't going to like it any better. That's not the problem. The problem is what? You're saying the wrong stuff. So here's the story that you give your downline so they get it right away. Are y'all ready? Imagine for the moment I'm single. I go to a party to meet some ladies for a date. And at the party, I come up to the ladies and I say this. So, how old are you? How much do you weigh? What color do you dye your hair? Are those your real teeth? How much makeup do you need in the morning? Oh, you're not pregnant? Let me ask the ladies here, how many dates am I going to get? But what if I had a gold board at home? What if I'd visualized positive affirmations in the morning? What if I had some eyes of different tigers? So I leave the party and I come home and I call you and you're my sponsor. And I said, hey sponsor, I've been to a party. There's no prospects at that party. I mean, some of those ladies said they don't even like men. Please, 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 sponsor, please help me find a new party where I can find some good prospects. What's going to happen at the new party? Is it possible for somebody else to go to that party and get a date? It's not finding good people. It's what we say to the people we are currently in contact with. Simple as that. Now, you're all saying good things right now, right? You're all saying good things now? Yeah, but good is not good enough. Good things will only get you in second place. What's second place in a presentation? Yeah, they don't join, do they? Let me give an example of good not being good enough and why you should use exact sequences of words instead of winging it. I'm on a date with a lady. I'm sitting across the table from the lady, and I say to her, when I look in your eyes, time stands still. Or I could say, your face would stop a clock. Now, it's roughly the same, almost, but not good enough. While you're laughing, let me ruin your morning. When you're out there talking to people, what are you saying? Are you saying when I look in your eyes, time stands still? Or are you saying your face would stop a clock? And if you don't know what you're saying, look at your results. It's getting really quiet in here. So we know it's the words we say that will help us take control and talk to the part of the brain that makes the decision. And if you're giving a presentation right now to the P, the 3-year-old, the one that can't make a decision, can't write a check, can't go on auto ship, how many people here think we're missing the point? Would you like to know how a presentation to the P sounds? I'm with the wonderful company from the wonderful city of wonderful Dallas, started by Mr. Wonderful himself. He's a wonderful family man. He has several wonderful families to prove it. We have wonderful fax machines. We have wonderful machines here. He can walk on water when it's frozen. And our secret ingredient is patented. It has a doctor behind it, and the electricity comes through a whole lot faster through our cord over here. And with the travel, we can do this here. And we have it endorsed here by several different magazines. Let me go to the marketing plan. You know, you can become a corporal and a general and a Star Trek Commander, Eagle with extra feathers, and you got the bonus pool over here, and you get 14% over here, and well, you got to qualify over here. And that entire presentation is given to the P, the 3-year-old that can't make a decision. And after you finish talking to the P and they say, I don't want to join, does it make sense now? Because they have chosen a decision from their subconscious mind that's harmful for them, doesn't make sense, it's not logical, it's just weird, isn't it? But remember, that's the subconscious mind. So if somebody says, I want to think it over, if the P says, I want to think it over, wouldn't that be like the stupidest thing in the world to be arguing with the P? Yeah. What we want to do is start learning how to talk directly to the subconscious mind, because who are you going to give your presentation to, the one that counts, to the P or to the subconscious mind? And how many people here know how to talk directly to the subconscious mind? We have no idea how this works. That's why we're here. So let's start talking to the subconscious mind. We don't have time to learn that skill this morning, but could I give you some magic sequences of words that'll do it automatically for you so you can at least start testing and see if this is how it works in the real world? Let me start with a simple 4-word sequence of words. It's really easy. There's 2-word, 4-word, 5, 7, 9-word sequences that you simply say, and you can freeze your prospect's brain, take control of it instantly on demand. Wait a minute. Can you take control of somebody's mind with just a few words? You've seen it all the time. How many people here have seen somebody watch television? For hours. And never once have an independent thought. When people are on autopilot, this is their life. You've seen it before. They just jog along in life with the same beliefs, not knowing what's going on. They're just on autopilot. Have you all seen a jogger before? Are they smiling? No, they hate it too. All right, now, here's people jogging in life. You've seen this before. Get up in the morning, go to work, watch TV, go to bed. Get up in the morning, go to work, watch TV, go to bed. Get up in the morning, go to work. Whoa, Friday, buy pizza, watch TV, go to bed. Boom, 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 boom. Have you seen that? Go to school, get a good job, retire a year before you die. Go to school, get a good job, retire a year before you die. People on autopilot? Does 75 backup going downtown on weekday mornings? People going to work? Oh, yeah. The world is on autopilot. And they're going to respond to automatic stimuluses, automatic sequences of words. That's just the way it is. Now, I just found out, if you're writing this down, it's I, like capital I, just found out, 4 words. Did you notice how quiet it got after I said I just found out? Was it like really quiet in here? Because when I said I just found out, here's what happens. For everybody's mind in here, we said, total brain freeze. Come to a screeching halt. Forget what I'm thinking about and totally focus on what he's about to say next. Automatic command from the subconscious mind that says, if anybody, anywhere, at any time ever says these 4 words, I just found out. Total brain freeze, come to a screeching halt. No more independent thought. Forget anything I'm thinking about. Just totally focus on what they're about to say next. Is that a good thing? So how many people here think with practice you could learn to say that 4-word sequence? 3-4 months to get it mastered? Now, I want to show you how easy it is and how it's rejection-free and what it does to people's minds. I'm going to ask you to do a little experiment. How many people here are sitting next to somebody that will still talk to you? I want you to turn to the person next to you, look him in the eye, and just say, I just found out. See how it feels.
I just found out.
How are we doing? How did that feel to say it?
Excellent.
Was it rejection-free? You didn't feel funny or anything? How did it feel to hear it from somebody? What was your subconscious mind saying? All you have to say is those 4 words, and you can take control of another person's mind, and it's instant, it's automatic, almost guaranteed every time. You don't have to be a guru, you don't have to levitate, you don't even have to understand how it works. Just say, I just found out. So you say, well, that's really great, but what would I say next? All right, would you like some examples of what you could say next? Now, we don't have time this morning to do the whole sequences, but I'll just give you the first sentence right after it. And think in yourself, what is the subconscious mind of the other person going to say? I just want you to think, if you're in there, and if you're in their mind, playing with some switches, kicking around, you say, well, as long as I'm in here, what would I like them to say? Would I like them to say, oh, rodeo clown? No, that wouldn't really work. I think maybe I'd like them to say, ooh, tell me more about your business or opportunity. Would that be the switch you'd like to kick? So if you wanted them to do that, you'd probably use a sequence something like this. I just found out how we can get an extra paycheck every week. What do you think the next sentence from the prospect might be?
How?
Leaning forward, rejection-free, drooling, total rapport, Vulcan mind meld, same aura, same vibration, joining the hip, brothers, sisters, looking for information, asking you for a presentation about your opportunity. How cool was that? And all you said was, I just found out how we can get an extra paycheck every month. By the way, you probably should use the word paycheck, because if you say bonus check, they wouldn't understand it, would they? Because when's the last time somebody saw a bonus check at work? Maybe a bonus turkey or something. So how hard was that? Turn to your partner right now and just say, I just found out how we can get an extra paycheck every week, just to see how it feels. Hey, it sounds like we're talking directly to the subconscious mind, aren't we? The one that makes the decision, the one that leans forwards, the one that takes the conscious mind. Bing! And this is why some people do extremely well in network marketing, because they talk to the boss instead of the P, the 3-year-old that can't write a check, can't make a decision. By the way, how many people here are thinking that long presentation, going through all those details and the research and the comp plan is a waste of time, isn't it? Because the P has nothing to do with it. Because no matter how hard the P wills a decision, the subconscious mind at the movie is saying, you're still going to cry. You say, well, I guess I could say that, but maybe you could say this. I just found out how we can fire the boss and start our own business. Boy, that'd be pretty popular at work, except with... Or, I just found out how we can stay home with our children and still get a full-time paycheck. What do you think a young mom might say? Tell me more. Is it instant automatic? They can't resist, can they? Now, you will have a few exceptions, but these are psychologically damaged people. Leave them alone.
Thank you.
You'll put some psychologists out of work. But you can say, I just found out how we can retire 5 years early at full pay. I just found out how we can work 3 weeks out of the month but get paid for. I just found out how we take a 1-week vacation every month. I just found out how we take a 6-month vacation twice a year. I told it to my wife, and she's not good at math. She says, what are we going to do the other 3 weeks? So I'm brave. She's not here. Or I just found out how we get a $200 tax refund every month. Or I just found out how we can make more money part-time than our spouse does full-time. I just found out how we can have a killer immune system so nothing takes us out. I just found out how we can get an instant discount on our electricity by filling out a simple 1-page form. I just found out how we can travel the world at wholesale rates. I just found out how we can lose 2 pounds a week by eating cookies. I just found out that by saying I just found out, that saying I just found out gets to the subconscious mind. How many people here think you can say I just found out and just use it forever? And people will never pick it up. It's like Pavlov's dog. You say, I just found out, they start drooling. Because it accesses 2 programs in the subconscious mind. The first program is survival. And the subconscious mind says, is there anything that might be useful for my survival? I need to know it now. So when you say, I just found out, it's like a puppy dog on the screen door. Tell me now, tell me now, tell me now. Right? And it also creates curiosity. Now, curiosity is the second program of the subconscious mind, and curiosity creates a state of unease in the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind, is it busy? Oh, yeah. So when you create a state of unease, it doesn't like it, does it? So by creating curiosity, the subconscious mind says, I got to know it when? Yeah. Now, get it over with so I get back because, time for the heart to beat again. Curiosity is a very powerful motivator to the subconscious mind. Powerful program. How many people here would like to know how curiosity works? Yeah, curiosity is a super motivator. So when you say, I just found out, instantly their subconscious mind says, I got to know it now, I got to listen, shut up, forget, freeze brain, focus, tell me, now. And is it better if they lean forward instead of lean back. And this is how you start manipulating information inside their head that they actually believe. See, y'all say great stuff now, but they don't believe it. So once you manipulate the information inside their head, then they have information they can make a decision upon to see if it's going to serve their life or not. But if it never gets inside their head, they have nothing to make a decision on, do they? And that's why the subconscious mind makes, well, that's not the only reason, but the subconscious mind just makes stupid decisions all the time. You probably had yourself in a mess one time, and you said to yourself, what was I thinking? And the answer is, well, you were thinking, but didn't have any authority. Subconscious mind does it all. So how many people here can say, I just found out? All right, so turn to your partner right now, and out of all the just found out I gave you, there's got to be at least one you like, if not make up your own. So you might just turn to your partner and say, I just found out. By saying I just found out, I freeze your brain whenever I say I just found out. You know, I don't know. So grab your partner and say, I just found out.
I just found out.
This is the end of Audio 1. This live workshop continues on Audio 2. Make sure to enjoy all the free tips and reports at BigAlBooks.com.